Alright, on our way to the clinic. So we dock this bitch.
Nice clean dock, Captain.
Haven't been here since Irvin died. When he arrived, it was too late, but they tried.
Ma'am, I'm just a courier.
I understand that.
Anything I
I'm
can
not
help you
blaming you
with?
directly. Dr. Salvato, how long have you been here?
About a year now, Doctor.
And in that year, how many times have we had this conversation about late or missing shipments of supplies?
I believe this is the third time.
Yes, that sounds right. 3 times. I will be making it very clear to your superiors that lives are at stake, and the clinic requires reliable transport. If your company cannot meet our needs, someone else will.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Thank you, Dr. Salvato. You may return to your duties. It's encouraging to know that every case we cure here likely means dozens or hundreds more can be saved in the future. Welcome to the clinic. I'm Dr. Darvish, Chief of Medicine. Is there something I can do for you? This is hardly the sort of place one comes to sightsee. We have a particular focus on astrovirology here, so the patients we take on tend to have unusual cases that require long-term care, and sometimes require unorthodox or experimental treatments. We have an excellent track record that speaks for itself, but it doesn't leave room for much else. Now, I will not insist that you leave, but if you are intent on looking around, as you put it, please don't interfere with our work, and keep your distance from our patients. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of new worlds that humanity has set foot on. While many don't host some sort of life, there are more than enough that do. Any one of those worlds could be inhabited by all manner of pathogens, things we've never seen and have no idea how to treat. Someone has to try and stay ahead of what could be a very deadly curve. Here at the clinic, we do our best. If we do it right, no, not usually. An abundance of safety protocols are in place, and we have decades of experience. Ironically, this may be one of the safest environments in the settled systems. Would you now? Well, I suppose we could always use additional research specimens. The more data we have about what's out there in the settled systems, the faster we can diagnose novel illnesses. In theory, at least. I suppose we could consider you an independent contractor of sorts. Our knowledge of toxins could always benefit from additional examples. If you can collect samples, we'll gladly take them.
Okay. What toxin? Yeah, we're fine.
What we're looking for are basic organic substances. They could come from any number of flora or fauna on countless worlds across the settled systems. Just keep your eyes open as you travel and harvest things when you find them.
Yep, I can do that.
Or frankly, if you can find them at a reasonable price somewhere, purchase them. I'm less concerned with the source than the materials themselves.
Alright, what about you, Krow?
Thanks for delivering critical supplies would be nice to hear once in a while.
Sure.
You should inspect your ship for... Hey, what can I do for you?
Oh, you're just the ship technician. Alright.
If people would stop poking their noses into every unexplored biome in the galaxy, perhaps we'd have a little less
Oh,
work.
this is free star space?
Really hope someone comes to take a look at me soon.
Just regular doctor.
Need to
you have a
make
name?
sure those files are backed up.
Well, you have a
Dr.
name.
I couldn't tell you the last time I wasn't breathing recycled air. I guess that depends on what you consider a break. We get some time to ourselves. We're not on call all the time, but we're never that far away from it either. Now that I think about it, I haven't actually left the clinic since I got the job. I actually hadn't really noticed. No, not really. This is my home now. The people here are wonderful, and the work we're doing is incredibly important. That's what really matters. New-ish. I've only been here a year, which, well, when you compare it against Dr. Darvish's career, it's not much, is it? I'm thrilled to have the opportunity, but it's been an adjustment. Very few cases here are simple, and most of them are medical emergencies. Bye.
Every new alien pathogen, you had a chance to talk to Dr. Kent. You know, just by breathing the air in here...
Are you the courier?
Nope.
You're not really supposed to be back here. You can just drop the delivery off by the docking port, and someone will take care of it.
Courier.
Well, then you won't have Dr. Darvish breathing down your neck, at least. But, well, we're not really set up for having folks just milling about in here. It is a medical facility, after all. If you could just do your best to steer clear of the doctors while they work, and not interrupt things, I'd really appreciate it. And if you need anything, I'm right here, okay? Nurse supervisor, dear. I'm the one who takes care of all the doctors, as well as the patients. The more I can look after, the more the doctors can focus on patient diagnosis and treatment. Every role here is important. Well, I wouldn't really say we work together. It just happens to be in the same place. He has his job keeping the peace. I have mine keeping this place running. Truth be told, I think it might drive one or both of us a little crazy if we actually work together. But I do appreciate being able to see him every day, even if it's just to pop over to his office and say hello or share a meal. It's nice.
Okay.
Oh, sometimes, sure. Somebody walks in or is dragged in with something we haven't seen before. You best believe it's all hands on deck. Have to find out if it's lethal or contagious, or both. I used to. I think we all did to some degree when we started working here. But really, how does worrying help when you've got people to treat? It just gets in the way. It can be, yes. But we've all learned to live with it. If we didn't do this, who knows how many lives would be lost. It's harder on the newer folks, that's for sure. You take that Dr. Salvato. Nice man, but he's a little on the skittish side. He's a good doctor, but just needs a little more confidence, you know? Mm-hmm. Only been here a year or so, which isn't much compared to some of us. Oh, aren't you a dear? No, he'll do just fine. He just needs some time. Actually, now that we're talking about this, I wanted to do something nice for him. Give him a little pick-me-up. I overheard something about a meal he hadn't had in a long time. Thought maybe if I could deliver one to him, it'd be a nice gesture. You think you could help with that?
Yeah, sure. why
Aren't
not?
you just the sweetest? You know that Don's Roost restaurant in New Atlantis? The fancy one? Dr. Salvato was talking about the synth liver pate. Said he'd never forget it. You bring me a plate and I'll make sure we brighten up his day.
New Atlantis? Goddamn alright.
How does she expect me to get all this done by myself?
I just talked to this dude first.
Last few errors are out of the system. Oh, you're not familiar? I'll give you the quick version. UC built the station back in 2194. It was outside of their established territory, which caused a bit of a disagreement and a bit of a war. And after what I think most people would agree was much too long a period of time, the war ends. One of the terms was the station was handed over to the Freestar Collective. Never really thought about it that way. Guess you're right. Although, is that really irony? I feel like I don't really understand what qualifies. So since then, the clinic's been under Freestar Collective control. Over 100 years now, I think. Over time, it started to focus more on weird things. People picked up on all sorts of planets and space expeditions, became known for it, and now focuses on it almost exclusively. And here we are today, carrying on that work. Actually makes me feel kind of proud when I lay it all out like that. Well, yeah, somebody has to. It's great medical care, but not the latest in support tech. Funding only goes so far, and most of it's prioritized for keeping patients alive. And there's still a lot of outdated UC tech behind the walls that needs interfacing, so I stay plenty busy. Well, then I'd be out of a job, wouldn't I?
Yep.
You're not entirely wrong, though. But someone would have to convince Dr. Darvish it was a priority, and I gave up on that effort years ago. All right, see you around.
Yeah, I can talk to this dude.
Is there something I can help you with? You look a bit lost. I figured it was only a matter of time before she sent someone, though I was hoping she'd come herself. Look, the price of goods here has gone up. Doubled, tripled even. Did she not even consider a cheaper supplier? She really should. Well, I was afraid you'd say that. I was really hoping she'd take the hint.
What hint?
Truth is, there was no price hike on the clinic, but I didn't lie to fatten my pockets, or buy Aurora. I just wanted to nudge her toward another supplier. It's just, I hear about people getting treated or time due to run-ins with the fleet. How does it all shake out in the end? I don't know. Either way, it seems like I end up with lives on my conscience.
Let me help.
Yeah? Advice from the fleet? I doubt it. Samina would make good use of them. Not like the people out there making the next cocktail to get high. If I helped the fleet, and the next day a civilian ship is attacked by pirates, I couldn't forgive myself. Look, I'd like to help, but I think you've convinced me. Still, I can't believe I made a deal with the Crimson Fleet. I've stashed the supplies in the storage closet just around the hall. Here's the key. Just try not to let anyone see you. I want to keep this as under the radar as possible.
Mind your step.
If anyone knows how to contain infectious diseases, it's these fine folks. So I'm not worried. But I wouldn't mind picking up the pace. If you think we need it, then okay.
See, there's somebody else to talk to real quick.
It's good to see someone other than a nurse.
Okay, you want to talk?
The doctors were not. Can't wait to get back to my farm.
We appreciate the doctors still don't know when we'll be. Well, I think it's all right, seeing as how my brother and I would be dead if we never came here. Doctors are nice enough, treatments aren't too bad, and food's all right. That doesn't mean I'm not counting down the days until we can leave. I'm itching to go back home. That I am, that I am. Lucky to be alive, apparently. Me and my brother here have been patients for going on, what, 4 or 5 months now? Good Lord. I, being the stronger and smarter one, am recovering quickly. Still sick as a dog, but the doctors let me roam around to visit my infirm brother here. He was in a coma for months. He's only now making some sort of recovery. This genius brother of mine was begging me to go on a hike with him on Aquila. He's a real outdoorsy type, you know. Now, being a man of letters, I didn't want to go, but he just kept yapping. So, we go on this hike, right? We don't know where the hell we're going. Well, we got lost, stranded with no food or water. I told him to pack food and water, but the fool forgot. Well, we start scavenging for some food to sustain us, and we come across this thing, like a plant, but I don't know what the hell the damn thing was. Looked tasty enough, so we ate it. Well, the damn thing nearly killed us both. Turns out, we weren't even that far from the city, so we were found by some passerby, and here we are. We got real lucky. Yeah, well, not out of the woods just yet. Things have been pretty hairy for John here. But I think you're right. It'll take more than that to kill the Joseph brothers. Take care now.
Ugh.
Excuse me, but this is my private room.
Having a good one?
Let's see.
Running this facility is a challenge, even when there isn't an outbreak of some sort.
I may owe Samina my career, but I hope she doesn't make a habit of this.
Any evidence?
You'd be surprised how many times I have to argue that we prioritize tech up. Dates. Well, maybe.
More evidence. Talk this to me.
Not
I want to quick sip.
exactly a hotbed. Worst I usually have. Well, let's see now. I joined up in 2292, so that'd be 38 years now. Damn. Hard to believe, now that I think about it. Almost 40 years. There ain't been many Rangers who served that long, I can promise you that.
I suppose.
Well, thank you kindly. I've enjoyed the work, and I'm proud to serve. I suppose I don't think much about it, but when I stop to count the years, well, they sure do add up.
And where's that? I guess we're taking off from back to Skonia. Deliver the medical supplies.
Hey there.
Welcome aboard. Find your seats.
I'm happy. There's it's in the Sol system. Key, where's that? Where the fuck is the key at? Here? Oh. I thought the key was in the saw for some reason. Oh, it's docked. God damn it.
Stow your belongings.
Before while docked.
Ship's released. Let's go. We're here, hot off the stellar slide.
All right, let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
Alright.
Need something?
Not really. Chipson.
Every captain here's earned their stripes.
If Gennady doesn't come through with those supplies, we're screwed. At least until Shinya pinpoints a shipment. Tell me you've got those supplies from Gennady. I'm on the last of my medpacks here. Everything's accounted for. No damage. I'm impressed. I might have to make this a regular thing. At least it's one way to get guaranteed supplies. I only need to determine Gennady's limits. I'd hate to break him. And he'd love every minute of it, right? Well, I'll arrange your payment so you can get out of here. I appreciate the help.
Alright.
What are you standing around for? There's work to be done.
I like my weapons like I like my coffee.
As long as you put the fleet first, we won't have any problems.
Did I check up here for evidence? I don't think I did. It just looks like a notepad sitting on a shelf. Get there.
Tell us what the future holds for the Crimson Fleet.
Changes are coming, Gale. Huge changes. Crimson Fleet will soon be a much bigger player in this little game between the members of the settled systems.
That's quite a bold statement. Would you care to elaborate?
Well, let's just say that I'm on the brink of a score so large, it makes everything else pale in comparison. Beyond that, you'll just have to wait and see.
you aren't willing to discuss the details, why grant SSNN this interview?
Simple. I refuse to go out.
Alright. Guess we'll go talk to the commander.
No matter how long we're gone, it's always good to be back.
We're free and clear for flight.
Alright, now, shit. They're in the soul system.
Jump complete. Normal propulsion restored.
Ship is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smudge the paint.
Can I go to like the brig? See who arrested so far? Brig, yeah. I'll go to the brig, see who we got after I get this evidence.
Yes? What? Heard you boarded the key. I can't imagine what
Commander
state the pirates
appreciates
have
the
left it in.
sacrifice you've made. Going undercover. Glad to hear it. Let's see what you got. It's amazing that all this romantic nonsense about Crix's legacy really just amounts to a rumor Jasper Crix picked up in jail. It just goes to show you how a tiny rumor can snowball into a full-blown fairy tale. Have any more? I'll be damned. So some of the UC guards at the lock helped touch off the riots. Everyone thought he was some kind of legendary criminal mastermind, but even the great Jasper Crix needed a helping hand to get out of prison. Anything else? Yeah, you're right. But there's no way this was a solo job. Shifting all those parts takes serious manpower. I'll send this to Mast so they can shake the tree a bit, see what falls out. Looks like Durand better start looking for parts somewhere else. Find anything else? So Voss engineered a way to directly interface with the key's mainframe? I knew he was a math genius, but didn't realize he was so tech-savvy. Well, we'll share this information with Galbank. Hopefully it'll help them shore up the security on their cryptocurrency. That it? Damn it. I knew those supplies had to be coming from somewhere, but I never expected them to be leaking directly from the clinic. I'll have to contact Mast and let them deal with this. Freestar Collector territory is out of my jurisdiction. Any other fragments? So, Mr. Yasso is actually Lionel Soto. We thought Soto was dead. At least, that's what the records told us. I'll have the records updated, but seeing as Mr. Yasso has surrounded himself with the Crimson Fleet, there isn't much we can do. Yet. Find anything else?
Nah,
Okay.
not yet.
Fine, fine. I know there's more out there, so keep on it.
Yep, I'll do that.
You're not gonna let this go, are you? Why do you care so much about my past? You're right, I did. I suppose I'm hesitating because I'm not sure you'll like what I have to say. Would it shock you to learn that I spent some time in prison? I suppose that makes me a hypocrite.
Depends what's for. Yeah, what does make you?
Oh, come on. I haven't exactly been cordial about my feelings towards the Crimson Fleet's illegal activities. Oh, does it now? Was I giving off some kind of ex-con sort of vibe?
You weren't, but okay.
Well, give me a chance to explain. I grew up in the Well in New Atlantis. Parents made barely enough money to keep the lights on in our apartment. After I dropped out of school, they begged for me to look for work. But I realized it was a lot easier to simply take whatever I wanted instead. A year after that, I'm a career criminal with UC security breathing down my neck, and my parents kicking me out of the house. That's just it, though. I was having the time of my life, earning way more than I needed to simply get by and loving every minute of it. Back then, if you would have told me one day I'd be wearing this uniform, I'd have said you were out of your mind. Thanks. I'm quite proud of where I've ended up. Let's just say the years after my time in the Well were filled with highs and lows. Look, the point is that I felt you deserved to know a bit about my past, to know where my anger towards the fleet comes from. You're welcome. Well, I think you've had enough for now. You get the point. Let's get back to it before Keyboy writes us a citation for loitering. We'll be here if you need us.
You're back. So how did it go?
Yeah, why you surprised to see me?
It's because we've never gotten this far before. The last agent I sent to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet ended up in a morgue on New Atlantis. Even with our best intelligence equipment, we can monitor very little from the vigilance. We can pick up local communications chatter and use long-range scans to see where you travel. But when you're on the ground, you're on your own. If we get too close, we not only expose ourselves to an attack, but we might blow your cover. And that could get everyone killed. Then things are moving forward. Perfect.
Nice job, Rook.
I was certain we'd fool Delgado, but never. She's a sharp one. Overcoming her scrutiny is no small matter. Did you discover anything worth reporting yet?
Yeah.
Legacy. Why does that sound familiar? Wait a moment. Are you telling me Delgado may have actually located Crix's legacy?
Oh yeah, it's totally Crix's legacy. It's at the end of a giant rainbow stretching through space. And you have to get it from 3 witches.
I understand your sarcasm. But you can't deny that this data involves both Crix and legacy. In my mind, it bears further investigation.
I suppose it's possible, sir. Intelligence picked up a bit of chatter on that subject recently.
We assumed it was some sort of tall tale or a story to attract recruits to their cause. Well, let's find out if Delgado's chasing ghosts, or he's smarter than we suspect. Let me see what we have here. Nope. There are no records of a Gal Bank transport named the Legacy in the database. I think Delgado's trying to manipulate you. What do you think, sir?
I think there's no record because Galbank is hiding something. Delgado's no fool. If he risked his own neck to get that information, then he must be on to something. We have to take this seriously. What's your next move? Clever, Delgado. Very clever. If I were in your place, I'd be trying to do the exact same thing. We can't let Delgado get his hands on what could potentially turn out to be the largest haul of credits the Crimson Fleet's ever seen.
Maybe I should head out to New Atlantis, sir. I could press the Gal Bank execs for information. Get ahead of everything.
No. Let's allow this to run its course. We have our agent here feeding us information. I think that's good enough for now. There's more to this than just finding the location of the transport. Jasper Cricks was clever. For some reason, he never got there. It's imperative that you do. If the Crimson Fleet gets its hands on a transport full of currency, it would be disastrous for the settled systems. I need you to do whatever you can to bring us more information. And for God's sake, don't kill anyone on that Starliner. You're both dismissed.
I bet operations on the key are
People.
My family's all in the UC Navy, but being cis-diff, I got bragging rights.
Great.
We hunt piracy all across the galaxy.
Sir, if I may speak freely,
Interrogation.
is there a reason for the harsh reprimand? As far as I know,
Oh, what's up, bitch?
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I swear, this is all just a big misunderstanding. Oh, well, I just figured we got along so well back there in Sidonia. You might remember everything that I did for you and return the favor. I know you were just doing your job, so I'm not going to hold that against you. I could really use the help.
I do.
Me? Commit a crime? Oh, you have it all wrong. Do you have any idea how tough it is to earn your way in Sidonia? Either you spend all day in the mines getting your lungs filled with Martian dust, or wear your fingers to the bone working on machinery. All I was trying to do was earn a living. Display a little bit of entrepreneurial spirit. If trying to make a living is considered breaking the law, then lock me up and throw away the key.
We will.
So, that's how it is. All right, fine. I'll tell you this, though. The UC can't hold me forever. And when I get out, first thing I'm going to do is hunt you down. Are you serious? You actually expect me to be grateful? I don't know SysDev's endgame, but I'd wager that you've bitten off far more than you can chew. No matter what you throw at the fleet, Delgado will find a way out.
Right.
Right at the broken spear in front of everyone. Any reputation I may have had there is long gone thanks to that little stunt. On top of that, they caught me right in the middle of a deal I was closing with some long haulers. I guess I can kiss that money goodbye. That drunken miner? No. Whatever you said to him must have sunk in because I haven't seen him since you left Sidonia. He's lucky. If he would have stumbled into this spear begging for credits again, I would have... well, use your imagination. Interrogation complete? Good. Maybe I can get some rest.
I'll talk to you in a second, Barrett. Let's see if there's anybody else in here. Or it's just Adler Camp right now. It's Adler. Maybe because I turned in some evidence, there was some more people next time. Probably the guy from the clinic. Alright, so let's get out of here. Alright, I think I'm gonna end it here.
Stars.
Next time we'll do the break the bank one. So, thank you for watching.
Got a minute to chat? Ship's
Hope
no
you enjoyed.
longer docked. We're free.
God damn my allergies. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you next time where we go break the bank. Apparently, Olympus. We haven't been there yet. Goodbye.